Do you ever feel like a hamster on a hamster wheel, not getting anywhere new? Perhaps you've hit a plateau that has you asking, is this it? Have you accomplished all you've set out to do in life and are not feeling as fulfilled as you thought you would? It is normal at midlife to reassess what's working for you and what's not. It's also normal to want to reclaim your time, your energy, and your joy. Let's make the best out of the second half of our lives by having more fun, experiencing more peace, and feeling more joy. If any of this resonates with you, then this podcast is for you. I'm Megan Bayless-Bartley. Now let's get ready to shift our shit. Hello there, Megan Bayless-Bartley coming to you from the Mindfulness Center here with my 12-year-old daughter, Gracie. Hi, Grace.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for being here. We are talking about trust and relationships, and today we're going to be talking this segment about trust after disappointment. So let's talk about breaking promises first. How does it feel when someone breaks a promise to you?
I mean, it definitely depends on who the person is. If it's someone that, I've known for a long time and I know that I can trust them with, stuff, and it's just, a one-time thing, then, but if I haven't known them for as long, then, it just matters, about, who they are.
And maybe, the depth of the promise or
yeah,
something
sure.
Hey, we're going to hang out tomorrow, and then we can't hang out or something.
Yeah.
And then, okay. So acknowledged disappointment can lead to stronger trust. All right, let's talk about moving past mistakes. What helps you trust again after someone messes up?
I think that it's good if they apologize and they, really mean it. And I think that it's also good if, it's depends on how much they broke the trust and everything, and how much they try to fix it.
Right. And what would they do to fix it?
Apologizing and, trying to rebuild your trust, and that kind of stuff. Maybe they'll trust you with certain things, and that leads you to think that, you can trust them more.
Right. And we had talked in previous segments about their actions speaking more than words.
Yeah.
So how they show up and not you can trust me, but then you can't trust them. All right. Trust can be rebuilt with honesty and consistent effort. All right. Let's talk about apology languages. What makes an apology feel genuine to you?
I think if they apologize for exactly what they did, and it's not just oh, sorry, I'm sorry, a genuine, I'm sorry for doing, the XYZ to you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how you know that they really care, because they know what they did.
Mm-hmm. So they're really acknowledging that they realize they hurt you, and they're not sorry you feel bad.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So effective apologies speaks the recipient's language.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so let's talk about trust after hurt. Is it harder for you to trust again after being hurt?
It depends who we're talking about. If I was hurt by somebody else and then one of my other friends, I have something that I want to tell them, then it's not really hard for me to tell somebody else. But if it were the person who hurt me, then I would say that it is pretty hard.
Mm-hmm. And if someone really close to you, like a mom or a dad, were to do something and that was hurtful, that could be hard because you might see them in a little bit different light if they don't apologize in a way that speaks your language. Past hurts inform but don't have to dictate future trust. All right, let's talk about trusting yourself. How do you rebuild trust in your own judgment or self, if that makes sense?
I would say, so first off, the more time that you spend alone or by yourself, the more that you start to enjoy your own company and the more wiser you become.
Yes.
That being said, the more you, love yourself, enjoy your own company and that kind of stuff, the more that you build your own trust and you build your own, self-judgment, and the more that, you love yourself.
Yes. And so if you told somebody a secret and they told someone else, at what point do you trust yourself again so that you can tell friends certain secrets?
It definitely depends who the friend was, but I would probably say that, if the friend breaks your trust, and then you don't feel like comfortable telling somebody else. I think that also like your friend should be able to, not the friend who hurt you, but your other friends should be able to kind of have your back, and you can tell them about that kind of stuff.
So it might be more dependent on who you told versus you telling people in the future.
Mm-hmm.
So the relationship with yourself sets the foundation for all others.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah. Well, we hope you enjoyed this segment. If you would like to find out more about the Mindfulness Center, find out on mindfulness-center.com.